That's just how I rock. That's just how I roll. That's just how I rock.
Someone else's la 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 lunch. Just say how.
No, this is no way cultural appreciation. This is full-on cultural appropriation. I would have appreciated this video more if they were in regular attire and not whatever the hell they're wearing. I mean, I don't get it. Why is it that when people try to appreciate a culture, they're doing the exact opposite? And also, dancing with the spirit of aloha, that's such a howler term. I'm getting really tired of this aloha spirit bullshit. I mean, for real, start supporting this because it is clearly not appreciating our culture.
You literally chose to sit right next to me.
What's wrong with that?
On an empty bus. It's weird.
What's wrong with that? It's weird.
I don't come on a bus to start dating someone.
What's wrong with that? Well, I come over to chat to you.
I'm on the bus to get from A to B. I don't want to be on here to start talking to someone.
Shut up, you're coming with some rudeness.
Oh, you're really selling yourself now.
You think you're better than everybody else? You think you're better than me? Is that what this is?
I'm really going to fall in love now. Yeah, you're really selling yourself now.
Yeah, just shut up. Shut up.
Every time I see this dog on my For You page, I always show whoever I'm with. I say, Mom, Dad, whoever, look at this dog painting. Look how good this dog is at painting. And they always say, Elena, that dog is not really painting. Look at all of the jump cuts. They just make it look like he's painting, but he's not really painting. But look at him. I could see him painting with my own two eyes, and he is so good at it. Why would you discredit this dog?
This was definitely the most lucky Sanrio order ever. They ordered for mystery scoops. This is for order number 1141. Notebook plus keychain. Hello Kitty purse. Comes with the cutest shoulder strap. Komi lighter. The pink flame is so cool. My Melody pencil case. Plus free accessory. Some freebies just because.
If you be the cash, I'll be the rubber band. Okay. If you be the cash,
I'll be the rubber band. You'll be the match. I will be a fuse. Boom, painter baby, you could be the muse.
Does TikTok connect to the Wi-Fi in my house? So TikTok is Wi-Fi. So now I'm being double billed, once for Wi-Fi and once for TikTok. I'm paying twice. So if my wife sends an email to her sister with a recipe, that goes straight to TikTok, and now TikTok is making mashed potatoes. Can a baby use TikTok, yes or no? Baby puts on a mustache, now everybody thinks it's a grown-up, so TikTok is going to let that baby vote? Can a baby get a driver's license with a TikTok license?
I am homophobic and fetishizing lesbians because I like to kiss girls.
Tara, you're not fetishizing lesbians because you like to kiss other women. You're fetishizing lesbians because you've openly admitted to being straight and kissing other women because men tend to like that sort of thing. You've even expressed that you've been with men in the past who weren't interested in watching you kiss other women, and you said that that's weird and they should be interested in it. So you're not only encouraging but saying that it's expected for men to fetishize women-loving women relationships. I have so many examples of this, but I'm just going to use this one. Just a few weekends ago, I was at a bar, kissed a girl, and had an entire group of men turn around and start cheering us on and closing in around us. I have never felt more uncomfortable, except when I've been in very similar situations repeatedly. And your actions encourage this kind of behavior. There is a direct link between your actions and how comfortable queer women feel in public.
What's going on, buddy?
What's up, brother?
Brother.
Got the strap on me, no lesbo. Oh.
Class, can anyone tell me who invented the light bulb?
Thomas Edison!
That's not entirely true. The light bulb could more rightfully be attributed to Lewis Latimer, the black inventor behind the filament inside the bulb.
His invention made light bulbs affordable and efficient enough for the general public, bringing electric light into households around the world.
Well, so now you know. Wait, is that it? Hold on. We're not going to mention why he invented the filament? To create a better standard of living for people who had only just been freed from slavery? Are we going to ask why kids are apparently learning about Thomas Edison?
Thomas Edison!
Ugh, and not learning about Lewis Latimer? These textbooks are incomplete. There were black Roman warriors, black medieval knights, black classical musicians, black cowboys, black fighter pilots. Where are they? I worry about you humans because you only live, what, about 100 years? You rely on these stories to know your own history. Thanks to systemic racism, most of your storytellers prioritize white accomplishments, which leaves you with an incomplete picture. Ask yourself as you're learning history, who's telling the story? Was this modified to make white readers comfortable? Are major details being left out that would credit people of color and center their point of view? Honestly, I should have asked for script approval before agreeing to do this.
We'll do some rewrites. I'm sorry, we didn't know.
Well, so now you know. I swear.
All these places are so desperate to hire. I don't know why everyone's acting like it's so hard to find a job. Well, it's a little more complicated than that.
It'll stop any day now. Any day now.
You're still looking for a job? What kind of jobs are you even applying for? Pretty much anything that pays enough.
Any day now. It'll stop any day now.
Well, have you tried going and giving them my resume? Yeah, I tried that. They all told me to apply online. Okay, then what about using phrases from the job posting and putting them on my resume to attract the attention of the hiring manager? Yeah, I tried that too. Yeah, I finally got a job. That's awesome. What is it? Well, it's just for the time being until I can get a better job, but I'm gonna deliver pizza. Really? You can do so much better than that.
Blanc wolf cut on braids. OMG, so pretty.
I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl in the world.
I'd like to direct your attention to the screen for a short video, if you don't mind.
break.
With that, I yield back.
Pulls are crushing, me. He's touching, he's pumping, pulling me. Feeling nothing, fucking me. Pulls are crushing, me. He's touching, me. I'm done. I'm doing bad, pens are breaking, the snap, it's no fun. No fun. Let it all go. If I let it all go, it's called free fall. It's called free fall. Kind of the devil and the devil.
This is America, Lois. Men have always run things, and there have never been any problems whatsoever. And don't say the economy or Iraq or income inequality or racism or Brett Kavanaugh or air pollution or Vietnam or slavery or Watergate or capitalism or Me Too or homelessness or police brutality or homophobia or Monica Lewinsky or school shootings or Native American genocide or Fox News or Tim Allen or climate change.
I'm not really feeling well. I gotta head home. Sorry. Ooh, unfortunately, we are short-staffed, so I'm gonna have to make you stay. Ooh, unfortunately, I'm a grown adult. I don't feel well. I'm gonna head home. If anybody has a problem with it, I have a short staff as well that they can handle.
My 9-year-old had a reading about laws and government, and the prompt says, "Do you agree with the author that laws and government are important?" And they said, "No. The government makes some really bad decisions. The only thing that I like is some laws like speeding and bad people go in jail. But the police are on thin ice." Front of the fridge material.
Assemble.
You know what? I don't have to respect these pronouns or whatever these people want to be called, okay? Okay. See, I just knew you were gonna have something to Wait, what? I said okay. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. Everyone has a right to their opinion, am I right? Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna go now. What do you mean go? Oh, I'm gonna go. I don't want to be around you. What are you talking about? We had plans. We were gonna go to the movies, go to dinner. Come on, let's go. Oh no, I don't think you understand. I have no desire to be around you anymore. I don't understand. You just told me that everyone has a right to their opinion. You do have the right to your opinion. Okay, so you have the right to be a disrespectful bigot, and I have the right to not want to associate with you. I mean, everyone has the right to their opinion, right? Stupid fucking liberals.
This guy here cancels each other out, so then we're left with this. So whatever this is short for is what you are.
So this video I stitched is correct. Like, if you are an anti-fascist, you're a fascist. But the issue is they don't realize that Antifa means anti-fascist. Literally, I had to explain this to a friend a couple years ago. We were talking about, like, we got on the topic of BLM, and he was like, oh yeah, you know, I support it, but I just don't agree with Antifa. And I had to be like, what? And he went on to say, oh yeah, I just don't agree with their methods. And so I had to ask him, what do you think Antifa means? And he didn't know, so I had to tell him, yeah, it's anti-fascist. Antifa is not a group. Antifa are anti-fascists. Conservatives use the term Antifa to make a straw man to target as like the left. Antifa is anti-fascist, man. Don't be an anti-fascist. Be a fucking anti-fascist.
You're not that bitch or nothing, but you still ate that little one. That little one thing, ate that one thing.
Can someone explain to me why this book is banned? Surely it's not because a little girl moves from Korea to America. Surely it's not because her name is mispronounced and made fun of so much that she wants a new American name. Surely it's not because she decides she doesn't want to change her name.
A girl can wear makeup to make herself look younger and wear a push-up bra to make her boobs look bigger.
Then men should also wear makeup to make themselves look younger and a push-up bra to make their tits look bigger.
People can't grasp the concept of being off-putting on purpose.
People will never be able to fully grasp the ideology of being punk, bro. Obviously, the alternative style has become very popularized and somewhat normalized in our society, especially on TikTok. So I feel like that leads us to forget that the OG punks that all of this has been inspired from are non-conformists. I think for punks, it's a decision every single day to step out of the fucking house and look like the opposite of what everybody wants you to look like. Not only does that take confidence, but the reason that they are doing it is the oldest lesson in the book, don't judge a book by its cover. And if you are the type of person that is going to judge someone based off of their appearance, they don't want you talking to them. That's why they do it. And you guys should really go follow this person's account because their punk looks slay, so.
Hello, I'm Shelley Duvall. Hello, I'm Shelley Duvall. Hello, I'm Shelley Duvall. Hello, I'm Shelley Duvall. Hello, I'm Shelley Duvall.
If you are one of the 15% of autistic adults who are actually employed, hi, I represent the 85% and I have questions. Number one, how? Number two, how? Number three, how? Without melting down, how?
The Industrial Revolution and its consequences have been a disaster for the human race.
All the leaves are brown.
Oh, are you talking about how the left cried when people started saying Happy Holidays instead of Merry Christmas? Oh, fuck, that was the Republicans. Okay, so you must be talking about how the left was in an uproar because the green M&M changed shoes. Oh, wait, that was actually the Republicans again. Okay, I think I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the left who gets triggered by people who are educated. Oh, wait, no, it's the right who are banning books. Okay, so you must be talking about how the left is crying over other people's genitals. Oh, no, again, it's the right. Dang it. Okay, last guess. You're talking about how the left gets very triggered over a simple second grade concept, pronouns, right? Oh no! Republicans again! Okay, last guess for real this time. I'm just having too much fun. You're talking about how the left was crying, screaming, throwing up about election fraud, despite there being no evidence of it in the 2020 election, right? Oh wait, no! Republicans again!
Whopper, 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 Junior, Double, Triple, Whopper.
This is the most white, rich, don't give enough about anyone but themselves people crap I've seen on this app.
The bottom 80% of men are competing for the bottom 20% of women on Tinder, and the top 80% of women are competing for the top 20% of men. So this means that most men to most women are effectively invisible, and most women to a small number of men are effectively usable.
Has a man ever told you that 80% of women are going after the top 20% of men? And that's why there's this epidemic of men that can't find partners, or that's why we have these studies saying that men aren't having sex or as much sex as they would want? Well, he's wrong, and I'm going to tell you why using data. More often than not, when a man starts talking about the 80% and the 20%, he is parroting Jordan Peterson. And Jordan Peterson is talking about something called the Pareto principle. Now, he's talking about it incorrectly, but he's still talking about it. And the Pareto principle is an economic theory that says 80% of the output is determined by 20% of the input. And so what these guys are saying is that 80% of women are going after the top 20% of men. So we're going to talk about two studies today. The first is the Tinder study, and this is the study that the men almost always reference. The second is the OkCupid study. Now, both of these studies are a bit old. However, the OkCupid study predates the Tinder study, and so it should have informed that study in some way. So the Tinder study is from 2015. It was done by one guy, and he polled 27 male self-selecting Tinder users. Now, if you know anything about statistics, you know that 27 is an incredibly small sample size and that self-selecting contains so much bias that this entire thing is bunk right from jump. But fine. Now I'm going to talk to you about the OkCupid study. OkCupid currently has about 1.79 million users. I know they didn't have as many when this study was done, but they certainly had more than 27. Also, this is not self-selecting. They just collect the data from their users and then they analyze it. They begin by having men rank women's attractiveness from 0 to 5, and at first the curve looks pretty normalized, right? You're about as likely to be rated super ugly as you are super attractive, and most women fell in the 2.5 range. However, when you look at who the men are messaging, you'll see that they're really only messaging the most attractive fives. So women were a bit less charitable when it came to ranking men. They rated about 80% of men below medium. However, when they went to message those men, you see that they actually only were slightly ahead of the curve. And if you actually look, you'll see that the most attractive men really aren't getting very many messages at all. And so when you plot those two lines together, you see that men actually care a lot more about looks when it comes to deciding who they're going to message or pursue than women. Now, just for fun, here's women's ages plotted against the ages of men that they find most attractive. From about 20 to 30, they prefer someone slightly older, from 30 to 40, slightly younger, and then after 40, their taste starts to plateau. But when you look at this graph for men, they pretty consistently prefer women in their very young 20s. And by young, I mean barely able to buy a drink.
What a drag to love you like I do.
There is no such thing as a non-living wage. Nobody dies on their wage.
Hey Ben, you seem a little confused again, but as always, happy to help you out, champ. So Ben, the federal poverty line for a family of 3 is about $25,000 a year, but a single mom working full-time at federal minimum wage can only make about $15,000 a year. The reason people don't usually starve here is not because of the federal minimum wage, it's because we looked around and said, hey, this is the richest country in the world and we don't want our neighbors to starve, and created some bare-bones social programs to hopefully make that not happen. Maybe that's why I'm a little confused why you want to abolish food stamps, but we can talk about that one another time. Hope that helps, buddy.
People say there's no way to pass as non-binary, which is correct. You cannot pass as a rejection of societal gender norms. It's not possible to pass as an absence of something. However, if someone tells you that you have the energy of or look like a 70s rock star, then you are passing as non-binary.
Girl could literally walk outside or walk to the bar. She could spread her legs right there and they would happen.
I just love it when men try to shame women who have an active sex life to then in the same sentence accidentally admit that men are in fact the biggest slut.
I'll dance, dance, dance with my hands above my head, like Jesus said I'm gonna dance.
I will not marry a girl if she doesn't take my last name.
Would you hyphenate?
No. No. Here's
I would love to see these guys' heads malfunction in Iceland. And yes, the ice cream in the video is a bit distracting, but Iceland still uses the Old Norse naming system where you keep your names. The husband and wife keep their own names, but the children get the last name, which is the first name of their father, and they just add son or daughter to the end of it. So say your husband's name is Steinar and you have a boy and a girl. Then the kids would be named yada yada Steinar's son and so Steinar's daughter. And it was such a weird thing with Icelandic people when they would go abroad, like some years ago when things were a lot more conservative universally, because they would have to travel on vacation with their marriage certificate with them so that they could have a hotel together and prove they were husband and wife.
My pharmacy just tried to deny me my testosterone. Why? They said the insurance didn't cover it. They said, well, you haven't been on this before, so the insurance isn't covering it. My doctor called the prescription in 20 days ago. Why didn't I call about this before? Frankly, I was worried about this phone call. I didn't want to have this phone call. So I called about it today because I've got to walk all the way fucking down there and see if they have it. And I didn't want to walk down there when I had another med and see if the testosterone wasn't covered. So I called today when the other med is ready and basically said, hey, do you have this filled? They said, no, sorry, your insurance doesn't cover it. They don't cover testosterone. And I said, yes, they do. I've been on it for months. It is covered. Miraculously, they said, oh my gosh, it is covered. Look at that. I said, why wasn't it filled before? Well, we didn't know if it was covered. Okay, well, that's kind of BS. So I said, well, when can I pick it up? Well, we don't have it in stock. You can pick it up on Thursday. I said, well, that's amazing because I run out of it in the next couple of days. So they said, well, you can pick up a partial tomorrow. I said, cool, I'll be there tomorrow. And they said, well, you can't pick up a partial tomorrow because it comes in a box. So you have to pick it up on Thursday. I said, okay. Now, I was a medical social worker, clinical social worker for nearly a decade. I know a couple of things. One, if a drug has been covered before and a prior authorization has been done in the last year, the medication will be covered for approximately as long as the insurance says it has been covered. My insurance says the testosterone will be covered until either my insurance runs out, I change my insurance, or for the calendar year. So it's going to be covered until one of those things runs out. 2, the testosterone is covered. 3, the pharmacy just didn't run it through. 4, if they have the testosterone in stock, which they do, it will be there. 5, all I have to say is, because the pharmacists always go to bat for me, is, hey, man, can I talk to a pharmacist? The guy's like, okay, yeah, you can talk to a pharmacist. He puts me on hold for 20 minutes, probably hoping I'm going to hang up. But I am a very patient man. I'm the kind of dude who will wait 180 days for a form rejection saying, no, thank you. So I waited on hold. They're playing kind of cool classical music, like a piano concerto that was very sort of like frenetic and energetic. So I kind of walked around the house, did some dishes, put some things away, etc. Guy comes back and says, oh, well, you can pick it up on Thursday. Get a text. It's ready today. Don't put up with that shit. Ever.
You want to be with a woman that is worldly, educated, well-traveled, can bring something to the table, rather than somebody that has absolutely no idea about anything in life and really can't contribute anything outside of just being a woman.
The idea of being well-traveled is a giant red flag for most men, because typically, when a woman, if I look at a woman's Instagram page and I see pictures of her on a private jet, on a yacht, in multiple different fancy locations, she's in Mykonos here, she's in Paris, she's in Dubai, she's in New York, my immediate assumption is this woman is a hoe.
She could spread her legs right there and they would happen right there on the spot, okay? For a guy, he can't just go out.
I don't think the idiot guys that use that example understand how desperate and stupid you make guys sound. You're saying women shouldn't be able to sleep around because we are desperately horny and will fuck anything that walks. But because we have to work for it, we should be rewarded and praised. I can use that same logic in real world situations and you'll sound stupid. Watch. Men shouldn't be praised by their workout gains because we gain muscle easier than women. People who've been through tough surgeries and beat cancer shouldn't be applauded because they live in a country that offers free healthcare. People who became doctors and surgeons shouldn't be applauded because their school was free and in America they got to pay thousands of dollars. This whole argument about women getting sex easier makes them hoes is weak because the origin of where this actually comes from, the thing that's actually weak, is your stroke game.
Shit like this brings the movement down. Everyone's a feminist until there is a spider around.